Hey, what's up? Hey, this is Kent. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to show you a very quick and easy way in which you can change your physiology to make you feel like an absolute rock star. This is something I've learned from Tony Robbins going to his seminars, and I've found that it's made a massive difference in my life. Here's what this is all about. It's all about making a radical change in your physiology to change your mental state. Have you ever seen someone who's depressed? Well, if you have, they typically all have the same universal characteristics. They have the same physiology. And when I talk about physiology, it's just a fancy word for saying how someone's carrying themselves, their body language, their facial expressions, their hand gestures, how heavy or shallow their breathing is, and so on and so forth. It's basically, what is someone's state? If someone's depressed, and you can think about that kind of person, if you've seen somebody like that in your mind, or if you felt that way before, here's how typically a depressed person looks. Their shoulders are lurching forward, they're kind of hunched over, they're breathing really shallow, and they move slowly, and there's not a lot of energy there. Now, if you contrast this to someone who is feeling really great, someone who has just won something, or is feeling proud, or feeling determined, who's in a beautiful state, they have very different physiology. They don't look like that at all. In fact, someone who is in a lousy state, really feeling poorly, can change their state just by making a radical change in their physiology. And I want to show you how you can do this. You can do this easily right now. What it requires is changing how you angle your sternum, basically. The sternum is a place where the ribs intersect right here, and about two fingertips above that is this magic point that you want to angle. And when you angle it differently, you actually feel differently. And I'm going to demonstrate it for you right here so you can actually try it out. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can get a better look at how it looks as I do it. So here, I'm just in my normal state. Here, if I were feeling lousy, I could be down here. If I'm feeling normal, I'm like this. But when I really want to take things to the next level, I want to create more certainty, I want to create more confidence, I want to feel better, what I do is it's a couple finger widths above my sternum. I'm going to take this point and I'm going to tilt it back. I'm going to show it to you here because I may have blocked it by the camera. In order to feel better, I'm going to take this point and I'm just going to move it back. I'm going to angle it back. And this is actually the difference that makes all the difference. If you've ever seen someone who's truly a champion and how they carry themselves, say a Michael Jordan or a LeBron James, like some of the greatest basketball players ever, and you see how they walk into a room, they carry themselves like this. They're definitely not walking like this. They're not carrying themselves like this. They're carrying themselves like this. So it's really just a small, subtle difference, but you will definitely feel it. The reason why you will feel this is because there is a connection between our minds and our bodies, and it's a two-way street. Our brains can send our bodies messages, and our bodies can send our brains messages. So if you want to change your mental state, simply go from here, tilt it back. You'll start to feel a different sort of emotional state. You'll start to feel more confident, more certain, more unbeatable, more determined. I've found very useful to do this before an important phone call, before closing a deal, before a sale, before I go and do a speech. If I want to get into sort of this bulletproof, unstoppable state, I found that extremely useful. And here's what I will do. I will get here, and then I will find where I feel like I could be wearing a cape. I feel like a superhero or a rock star. And once I've got this point, then I'll walk around. I'll walk around and I'll just sort of feel it and absorb it. And I'll start to feel this state, and I'll really build it in, and I can feel it. And the cool thing about this is it works anytime, anywhere. It's free to do. There are no side effects. And you know, and what you can do is you can train yourself to get into the habit of carrying yourself like this. And you'll notice yourself with more confidence, more certainty, more determination. You'll feel just like a more can-do attitude. Whereas if you were down here, you're not going to feel that same way. So additionally, what I want to do is give you a very quick tip as you go from here, which is my normal state, to up here, where I'm feeling a lot more unbeatable and unstoppable. The best way to think about this is imagine you're not sticking out your chest or anything like that. You're not straining and you're not struggling here. You're simply just altering this point on your sternum from here to up here. Imagine a hook here with a string attached to it, just going up into the sky, say attached to the clouds, and it's just sort of pulling you up so that it's almost effortless. You're just pulling up and then you just carry yourself like that. So it's not straining or struggling, and you feel that really unbeatable sort of feeling. So try it out. Let me know what you think. I think you'll surprise, amaze, and delight yourself at exactly how well it does work for you. So this is just a quick tip on how to feel like an absolute rock star or a superhero quickly and easily. I hope you enjoyed this.